Time now for our pregame news and notes segment. Rangers and Yankees getting set to play the second game of this 4-game series. It's Mike Foltynewicz on the mound for the Rangers, Jameson Taillon for the Yankees. And let's start with Folty. He's been bitten by the home run ball so far this year. He's allowed 11 home runs, tied for the most in the majors. And of the 23 runs he's allowed, 15 have come due to the home run. That's 65%. The major league average around 41%. So you can look at it one of multiple ways. You could say, hey, he's just got to stop giving up the home run ball. That's, absolutely tarnishing, his outings. Or you could say, hey, maybe he's getting a little unlucky with the home run ball. The numbers are going to even out. But it seems like most of his starts, you walk away from it saying, hey, he pitched well. He just, a couple big hits and they were home runs. So it'll be interesting to see how he does tonight. Jameson Taillon has struggled this year, but he is a great story. Double Tommy John guy and a cancer survivor. So someone certainly worth supporting, rooting for, maybe except for when he pitches for the Yankees against the Rangers. Brock Holt on a rehab assignment starting tonight with Double-A Frisco. They're playing in San Antonio. I think the expectation is tonight and tomorrow, and then possibly activated Thursday or Friday for the Astros series. Rougned Odor, speaking of activated, Rougned Odor has been activated by the New York Yankees and will get his first opportunity to play at Globe Life Field as a visiting player. He spoke to the media earlier, said all the right things, said, hey, it hurt to get let go. This was the only place that I knew. It is the only place that, he had played prior to joining the Yankees, both in the minor leagues and in the major leagues. It'll be interesting to see what sort of reception he gets. I hope Rugi gets a good reception. I mean, why not? What do you have to lose by cheering a guy who, whether you were satisfied ultimately with his performance or not, was a part of the team for, 6, 14, 15, 7 seasons, couple of division title teams, and was, 15 and 16 was a good player. He was more of the solution, not any part of the problem those 2 years. Obviously, he's the centerpiece of an iconic moment. And, listen, this is a guy who's loved by his teammates. It just didn't work out. He couldn't make adjustments at the plate. He couldn't figure out how to lay off pitches consistently. And that's why he maybe has not put together the type of sustainable success that, I think a lot of people, myself included, thought he was capable of, but certainly wish him well. Adolis Garcia, I wanted to take a look at how people have pitched Adolis Garcia week after week to see what sort of adjustments have or maybe haven't been made. It's tough to find anything discernible. The one area in which he struggled statistically is off-speed pitches. And here of late, he started to see more off-speed pitches, a little fewer from a fastball standpoint, a little less fastballs. But, ultimately, there really isn't anything distinguishable. The fastballs have gone down. The breaking balls have kind of fluctuated. The off-speed stuff is starting to go up. Off-speed, by the way, we're talking change-ups, fork balls, not that anyone really throws them. Screwballs, really only a few guys maybe throw to Brent Honeywell, I guess maybe the only one. But, I think, and split finger change-ups. He's starting to see more of those pitches. It'll be interesting to see if that trend continues. Speaking of Adolis, since he made his season debut on April 13th, he is leading Major League Baseball in home runs, tied for the lead in RBIs, 10th in slugging, just to kind of put it in perspective how good he's been. He leads all rookies in home runs and RBIs. And last night, he became the 4th Ranger ever to homer and steal home in the same game. Mitch Moreland back in 2010, Elvis, and then Juan Benitez did it as well. Those are the 4 with Adolis Garcia joining the party last night. So, he continues to just give us something to watch, something fun to watch. And it has been really fun. Listen, the raw skill set is there. Can he keep it up? I like that he's walking more. It seems like he is demonstrating more plate discipline, which as he has more success, he's not going to get pitched to as much. So that's going to be important. And that's also something worth monitoring. Hey, one thing about this Rangers team, the Rangers are 19 and 24, 43 games into the season. That was, they were 2.5 weeks away from the season ending at this point last year. The Rangers last year just offensively were abysmal, right? We've talked about how bad they were. I mean, that's not a surprise. If you look at, the numbers at the end of the season, the Rangers had 0 qualifiers, 0, who finished with an OPS better than league average. Not a single one. And then if you take non-qualifiers from last year's team, and there were a lot of guys who kind of came and went, but let's just use the basis of 100 plate appearances last year. There was one guy, Shin-Soo Choo, who had a down year, but Shin-Soo Choo finished with an above average league OPS. So far this year, in 2021, you take guys with more than 100 plate appearances. The Rangers have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, the league average or an OPS better than league average. And none of them are just scraping by. All of them are 40 plus points better. Garcia, Willie Calhoun, Nate Lowe, Izzy, Nick Solak, Joey Gallo, all with OPS as well above league average. So a little bit of a change as far as what the offensive makeup of this team is this year compared to last year. All right, that's it for our pregame news and notes. We'll talk to you later.